Here. All right, so it's pretty early in the day. It's still relatively cool outside. Milo's very excited and feeling himself. Here. Sit. So I wanted to get out and get a video of us training when he is still all wound up so you can kind of see what I do to handle it. So first off, I've got a pocket full of kibble. Regular dog food kibble is what I'm using for rewards for him for all of his training sessions. I've also put him in a prong collar, which is essentially just giving us power steering. It is not a replacement for training and good leash skills, but it does make our life easier, and it makes leash corrections and communication much more effective for him. So I will make sure to teach you in person how to use this collar specifically, but I wanted to really focus on some leash skills for this video. So I have put sit and down on both a verbal cue and a tactile cue, a cue that he can feel. We use the leash for that. So if I say the word sit and he says, nope, I'm busy right now, I can then use a tactile cue with the leash to enforce that command. If I am in the middle of having a conversation or I'm talking to the video or whatever, and I just want to put him in a sit, I can absolutely just cue him with the leash without having to give the verbal cue at all. What I can't do is give him the verbal cue of sit, him not listen to it, and me give the verbal cue of sit again and again and again without ever enforcing the command with the leash. That's a great way to make sure that he ignores anything that comes out of your mouth and will only listen to the tactile cue. We want him to listen to both, and all we have to do to achieve that is to, if we give the verbal cue, make sure to follow that up with the leash, with the tactile cue if he does not listen to the verbal cue the first time. So we're gonna run through a few things here. So the leash pressure straight up means sit. As soon as his butt's on the ground, that leash pressure goes away. Leash pressure straight downward means down. As soon as his elbows are on the ground, no, down. As soon as his elbows are on the ground, that leash pressure goes away. We cannot use the leash to hold him in these positions, okay? If we try and do that, then the leash pressure will mean nothing because it exists all the time for no real reason. So we have to make sure we're using the leash to communicate what we want, but not necessarily using the leash to keep him doing it. Now, if I have him in a sit and he gets up before he's supposed to, I just say no, apply that leash pressure, remind him sit. So I can use the leash to say no, wrong answer, and put him back in the position. But I can't just sit here and prevent him from getting up. Okay? Leash pressure on, leash pressure off as soon as he sits. Okay? Leash pressure on, leash pressure off as soon as he sits. Leash pressure on, off as soon as he goes into a down. Yes. Down. Good. I didn't have to turn on leash pressure there because he did go into the down on his own. But right there, I did not release him up. So I used that leash pressure to put him right back in the down since I did not release him out of the down for the rest before. Good. Okay? Now moving on to a little bit of loose leash walking. I have trained him to walk next to my left side. So, again, I cannot use the leash to hold him right there. If I'm walking with a taunt leash like this, I'm teaching him that leash pressure is supposed to exist all the time. And when I attempt to use leash pressure to ask for a specific command, it won't mean anything to him because he's accustomed to it being there all the time. So there must be slack in the leash. I like to look for a little J with the leash. Sit. I hold the leash with my right hand. He's on my left side. Now my left hand is free to give him rewards if he's being a good boy. I want to make sure that all rewards are happening right here where he's supposed to be. If I'm rewarding with this hand, it's not going to take very many repetitions before he is cheating and walking in front of me to get closer to that reward hand. So I want the rewards to be happening right here where he is supposed to be anyways. Anytime I need to give a leash correction, I also do that with my left hand. So we are walking. My left hand is free until I need to use it for something. That might be paying him for being a good boy. Or it might be giving a leash correction if he has gotten too far in front of me, or he's gotten over on my right side instead of my left side, which I don't want. Right now, he's being perfect, so there's no need for me to give a leash correction. I stopped, I asked him for a sit, I used the leash, just put him in it. Sit. Down. No. Down. Down. Heel. Sit. Good job. Heel. So he did sit right there when I told him, but he kind of scooted his butt off. I want him getting in the habit of staying directly next to me and sitting right there next to my side. So that's why I readjusted him. He really wants to scoot his butt off so he can face me. No, sit. So that'll just take some more practice. More practice there. But overall, he's doing a really nice job. No, sit. Come here.